It's been a long day of hearings for Parliament's Appointments Committee as they vetted 3 nominees of President Kwofie to the Supreme Court. That will bring the nominations of this president to 18 since he assumed office in 2017. Let's start from Justice Anthony Henry Kwofie, who's been responding to claims that President Kwofie has packed the courts.
I don't think 15 is a high number. The honorable member has actually set out some of the jurisdictions of the Supreme Court. Very wide jurisdiction. Sometimes people just say, oh, even the US, they have 9. Why do we have 12? Why do we have 15 and 16? We compare different things from different environments, different systems.
Justice Kwofie has also been speaking about punishment for illegal miners.
The accused persons are found for the judiciary to impose harsh sentencing. That one I agree with you entirely. Because of the environmental hazards, the damage, the destruction that are being caused to our environment, to our river bodies.
But do MPs and this nominee know about the concept of Gen Z?
Now, following from my senior's question on society evolving, are you familiar with the Gen Z?
The what?
Exactly. That was the point of my question. Gen Z.
I can't get the pronunciation correct.
Gen Z.
No, I don't know what it is.
The next person to have been vetted by the Appointments Committee was Justice Adjei-Frimpong, who has been talking about the perception that the judiciary is corrupt. He says that is just mere perception and not reality.
The perception appears to be fueled by a number of factors. And some of the factors appear to be the fact that a lot of people don't understand the way the law works. That is the simple truth.
At this hearing, Governs Kwame Agboja, the minority chief whip, took on the Supreme Court for its ruling in the birth certificate case.
I find it difficult to understand why anybody should question, unless you are saying that births and deaths are not fit for purpose. And I'm happy you said passport, but I know you need a birth certificate to get a passport. And if you were to use the birth certificate to get a passport, what else would you have used to prove that you are Ghanaian, which I believe?
But even before MPs will end the questioning of Justice Adjei-Frimpong, 2 MPs slug it out in terms of which of their year groups is the best.
The class of 88. I challenge any other law class. I am saying without fear of contradiction that we are the best class ever in the law school.
My honorable colleague, Honorable Joe Gatti, claims that he had 2 of his colleagues in the Supreme Court and 2 attorney generals. 1978 call. I'm 45 years at the bar. He's 35. I'm 10 years ahead of him. And we have a record.
The last of the 3 to have been vetted today was Justice Adjei-Frimpong, and he told the committee about the low funding for legal aid.
Assessing justice is expensive these days, and I think that is where we need to look at other areas where those who cannot afford can go and then seek some assistance. And therefore, the Legal Aid Commission becomes a department or an institution of some importance.
He also spoke about how to decongest prisons.
There is a huge congestion in the prisons. I'm told that these days you can't even classify prisoners. So hardened prisoners or criminals are lumped together with those who have committed lesser offenses. And therefore, something ought to be done about it.
From all indication, these 3 nominees will get the nod of the committee to go into the Supreme Court by consensus, because no MP from both sides of the House on that committee raised any significant issue that will lead to these MPs being disqualified or having some challenge in terms of the floor vote. But of course, we would wait for this committee's report to come to the floor. With Parliament expected to go on break on the 22nd of December, the expectation is that this report will come before Friday and a vote will happen so that these justices will be sworn in by the President before MPs rise for the Christmas break. Reporting for Joy News, Kweku Asante, Parliament House, Accra.